Okay. Let's see. It posts to the Discord that I'm live. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, this new bot seems to be better than the old one for the Discord posts. The old one sometimes like wasn't posting stuff. It was like double posting stuff, other things. I don't know. This new one seems to work better. What kind of digging pattern we got today? Got any good ones? Any bad ones? Oh, actually, these ones are pretty good. Buy some shovels here. Okay, here's one. Here are the clams. Wow, these crabs are all over the place. Okay. Okay, so this one is probably this one. So that means this would be here. Okay, one more. Okay, that's next to that. What is this one next to? Okay, so there's one here. There we go. Nice, a rare key. Best thing in my opinion. Hieroglyph. Okay, what is Gambit asking for today? Steamed rice? Not doing that. Okay, done this one. Drop some chickens, 2,000 score. That's like, you need like 2 radishes or something, or like a radish and wheat. Ah, you got me. Okay. Easy. Done. Okay, Fruit Dash. Only 1,000 score. This one's one of the easier ones. Less than a month now, or about a month now till the next chapter starts. New chapters are always fun, so better for that. Hopefully it's a good chapter. I'm just like thinking about like co-op farming and whatnot. Ah, couldn't fit through there. I thought I could. As if I die on the one that only requires 1,000. One's pretty easy. Put in the title that. Whoops, I meant to get both those. Put in the title that I'm going to be playing the Festival of Colors event today, but I don't know how much I'm going to be playing it, with the required score being 70 today. Kind of kills the motivation when I was playing a couple days ago and the required score was 50. I had made that complaint yesterday about the scores, the requirements being higher, but the prizes being the same. No one responded. I'll just hang out in this corner for a bit until more spawn in a few seconds. Yeah, there. We'll drag them over here and then we'll loop back around. And we're done. Easy game. Claim. And now whack-a-mole. Okay. End game claim. Finish up these deliveries up here. Go to the faction. Few of these. Few of those. Bunch of potatoes. Bunch of rice. Bunch of oil. Okay, now the rest of the deliveries. I'm getting close to this giant yam here. Bert and his stupid stone fences. I made a bunch of them, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Let me refresh SFL World and see what these say. Tuna is always going to be fine. Radish cake, I'm probably not doing that one. Power smoothie, I think this one's okay to do. Yeah, this is borderline, so we'll do that one. And we'll do the mushroom soup that Grimtooth is asking for. I think that's all of them that I'm doing for today. I could probably do these. Actually, Tango's is definitely good. The oranges are pretty cheap, and that's a decent amount of coins. Peggy's is like borderline. My music stopped again. I don't know why it does that, where it like freezes halfway through. Okay, let's go do the Festival of Colors for a bit. Oops. There we go. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know. I don't like how they do this, but whatever. Like, I could just not play today, and since I have unlimited attempts, I could just play more on another day where the required score is lower. Whoops. It takes so much longer to get to 70 points than it takes to get to 50. The event's kind of hard. You find? I honestly don't find it to be that hard. Well, maybe getting to 70 points is like harder than getting to 50, but I was having like no issue getting the previous scores. If you find the event hard, just like wait until there's a day with a lower required score. How do you shoot 2 bullets at the same time? My game won't let me shoot a second bullet until the other one is done. Are you playing on mobile or PC? Because like I've played a bit on mobile, but I'm mostly playing on PC. I just hold down the spacebar, to be honest, to shoot. Like if you're going for like the highest score possible, it might not be the best play because you could hit the red balloons, but I don't care about getting like the highest possible score. I just care about getting the target score. So I just hold down the spacebar to shoot. Mostly play on mobile, now trying PC. Still can't shoot multiple bullets? Really? I'll try on mobile. I'll try on mobile in a second. Okay, just a second. I'm gonna try on mobile. You guys won't be able to see it, obviously, but I'm gonna try on mobile for a second. Give me a second. Okay, going to the Festival of Colors on mobile. Play now. Okay, there's the move buttons. I mean, no, I'm still shooting. I'm still shooting multiple times on mobile. Like I can see multiple bullets in the same screen when I hold it down. I think part of the thing is that I'm zoomed out so much on PC, so it looks like I'm shooting more. Maybe here, like, I'll close this on mobile and refresh. So like I'm zoomed out so much. So like if I zoom in to like a normal zoom amount, then it'll look like I'm shooting less, even though I'm not. You watch. Oh, I mean, you can still see multiple bullets. But like if I zoom in more, you know, like, oh, it doesn't really work. But if I do zoom in more and you see less of the screen, then it won't look like I'm shooting as, it won't look like there's many bullets on the screen. My guess is the cadence of bullets is still the same, though. I could be wrong, but... Ah, I missed that one. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone say that before. Are you like timed how like long is in between a shot? Like I don't know exactly how long is in between my shots. But like, is yours like actively like going slower? Actually, yeah, I meant to zoom in here. Like, watch if I like zoom in and refresh here. Like, because I'm zoomed in now, it'll like look like they aren't shooting as quick. This is like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi. Like sometimes the bullets do shoot quicker than the other ones. Like I don't know why. Like even though I'm holding it down, like sometimes it shoots every like second, sometimes it shoots every like 2 seconds. Yeah, like why isn't it shooting there? I'm not playing that zoomed in though. It's possible for you to record it and like show us or show me. You'll probably need to do that anyways if you're gonna like ask for help from the dev team. You can shoot multiple times now? Huh. I wonder what changed. Am I zoomed down more than normal? Or is it just starting it works? Okay, well that's good. At least you figured it out. Actually, no, this is more zoomed in than normal. I usually do it 67%. 75 is actually probably the best way to do it because it's like you zoom out any more, then you're just seeing like black lines on the side, like bigger black lines. You a couple more there. Yeah, it takes like an extra like 20 seconds than it did before, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. It's like 33% longer. I don't know. Not the end of the world, but I feel like it doesn't make sense to change the required score day to day. Just choose a number and keep it at that. It makes sense for the mini games because they give you more marks when there's a higher required score, but it's the same reward for this. One second. I'm back. Good morning, Deuce. I don't know. This event takes more effort to finish rather than the Easter event. Um, no, I think this event is actually like quicker than the Easter event. The Easter event took like a lot of time. Each Easter event game was like 3 minutes, whereas this one's only 2. I think you needed to play slightly less games, but if each game takes longer, then it adds up to more time. I mean, personally, I find this game a lot easier. It's just shooting and moving left and right, whereas the Easter game had like jumping and I don't know. I personally find this game to be a lot easier. I'm like 4K. It's like 4K whack-a-mole is easy, but 4K crops and chickens is hard. I don't know. Like I've heard some people be like, this game is super hard, but I don't know. I just haven't had an issue with it. Oh, my stone is done. Gotta go get that. Oh, and the music stopped again for some reason. I think it'll just start back up. Maybe just a skill issue? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think it's just like there's actually just like less to do in this game. Like you're literally just moving left and right and shooting, whereas the other one you had to like jump as well, and I don't know. The nice thing is you can buy unlimited attempts, and then it just might take you longer to do it, but it's not like you're gonna end up spending more than anyone else. Right, you. I don't know if you're still here, but I've seen you on stream for the past like 3 days. Like one time I saw you in the retreat, and then like a couple times I saw you in the plaza. You're just all over the place. Oops. I guess my bumpkin doesn't stand out as much as yours. Yours with the black sheep onesie, it's really noticeable. I mean, I guess I do have the love aura. Um, so Zico, now you have Corey and Beaver. Which one do you like better? Um, I guess the Beaver because you chop trees more frequently than you mine stone. You just mine stone like 5 times a day, whereas you chop trees like 15 times a day or something like that. And like when I got the Beaver, it basically made it so that coins I would that basically made it so I would never run out of coins. Whereas the quarry saves me like some coins, but it also saves me wood. But I was never running out of wood before, so the beaver was nice. It like made it so coins were like infinite for me essentially. Whereas like the quarry doesn't really like change anything for me. It just makes it so I have more wood, but it was never really an issue before. So I would say that the beaver is more of like a game changer. Because like before I got the beaver, like so like the beaver isn't as big of a change as it used to be. Like now you can get the skill that reduce axes cost by 20%. So it means they only cost 16 instead of 20. But like before when they were costing 20, like I was running out of coins all the time. And also like back then, like coins were worth more. Like crops weren't so cheap that you could like buy them and then sell them to Betty for like a huge profit. The coins were like expensive. Whoops. I might lose this one. Oh my god. I got that extra life there. Shoot! Okay, there we go. With that being said, I'm surprised at how cheap these like the quarry and the obsidian necklace and obsidian turtle are selling for. Like this is the first chapter in a while where like the expensive items are going for like less in the marketplace than they were in the auctions. I think the reason for that though is because everyone got those gems so cheaply when you could spend flour on on the gems, and the price of flour like skyrocketed, so people were getting gems super cheap. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose this one. Need that life. Oh, I think I got a life right before I lost one. Okay, there we go. Phew. Because some people were able to buy those like whale packs for like 1,200 flour, 1,300 flour, and therefore they got like 400,000 gems or whatever for like 2,500 flour. And now like the obsidian necklace is selling for, I don't know, what, 7,000 flour. So like technically, like if those people wanted to, they could still make a profit, but you can't make a profit based on the current price of gems and the current price of the necklace. It's just people got the gems for so cheap. There we go. Oops. Where I give you stone pickaxe equals free iron? No, it gives you free regular pickaxes. It gives you free stone. I mean, it doesn't give you the stone pickaxes. It just makes it so you could mine stone for free. Number 1 most engaged again? Yeah. Killing it. How many tickets do I have now? Let's check the leaderboards for these. Inventory, other, colors ticket. Yo, 3 people have 100 or more. That's crazy. I'm 9th right now. I calculated I need to win 110 games to get everything. Hit 55 last night. Did you buy some of the items for flour? Did you buy some of these items over here? Because if you don't buy any of those, I think it's 163 games you need to play. But if you buy some of these items for flour, then it saves you some games you have to play. Hey, here's Deucefold. He also has the black sheep onesie and a spatula. I'm buying it. This game is irritating. That's fair. I think it's 163 if you don't buy anything, to be exact, but yeah, it is a lot of games if you don't buy any of the flower items. I did spot you. There we go. I'm gonna do something. Okay. Never mind. We got both the channel members in the chat today. Dog's crying back there. She doesn't like the bad weather. It's raining out here. Gets scared when it rains or when it storms. Little wimp.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Oh shit, Deuce. Thank you for joining, becoming a member. Welcome to Grunt. I named the names after the goblin faction. I appreciate it. I will update my my outro. I guess I should have held off. I updated the outro for when Paul joined, but then I didn't. I only put out a short today. I don't have to update it again. I appreciate it though. You're holding your #1 rank spot. You're like, no one is gonna pass me. Goblin army rise, exactly. Adam's a Sunflorian. So he always shouts out the Sunflorians. But we gotta get the goblins some love too. Tomorrow I think I'm putting out a video on VIP. I was talking about this yesterday. There's just some confirmation that I'm waiting for from the devs about part of it before I want the confirmation before I Okay, well the confirmation, I could just say it. The confirmation I'm waiting on is finding out if the upcoming cooking competition is going to be affected by VIP, because if you look at VIP, it says that you get bonus points during the competition, but there's no actual indication of that for this competition, so I want to make sure that we are going to get bonus points for it before making the video. So I can include that or not. But yeah, what I mean is, if you click on VIP, it says here bonus competition points and more. And we have this upcoming competition. The Peggy's Cook-Off. And like here you can see like fried tofu is worth one point. But if I pull up my testnet account, which doesn't have VIP, testnet account, This does not have VIP, but it also says you only get 1 point. So like I would expect that you would get like these would be like increased by 1 or for each one or something. But it doesn't look like that's the case right now. So I don't know if they're going to change that or what. While we're here, I'm just going to plant some stuff. Can I level up? I can. Okay. I'm going to get... I think I'm going to get this skill. So it won't affect these trees because they already grew. But it'll affect the next set of trees. Okay, I have enough wood, so I need to start chopping. I need to start mining some stone. Appreciate it, man. If you have any requests for other videos you want to see, let me know. I've covered most topics at this point. For the first like month or two when I was making videos, sorry, I was like putting out a video every day, and now it's like kind of hard to put out a video every day because most of the things I wanted to make videos for I've already done. So now it's like, now my content, like there's some videos here or there that's covering stuff that I hadn't covered before, like the tool shed and warehouse video. I hadn't made one on that. But in general, it's a lot like about covering the new content that's coming out in Sunflowerland, which is fine. At some point, I'm going to put out a video like frequently asked questions. I just need to like come up with all the frequently asked questions. Another video like things I wish I knew before I started playing kind of deal. But once again, I don't really want to do it if I'm gonna miss stuff, so I have to like think about stuff over time. Yeah, well, that'll definitely be part of the frequently asked questions. Can you play multiple accounts at once? And the answer is no, obviously. But that is a very common question that players have. Another one is like, do boost stack, or like, why isn't my boost being applied? Kind of deal. Like everyone always asks that. There's a lot of things that it could cover. It's possible I also just do one with like 5 or however many questions and then like do another one later on once I think of more stuff and more questions come up. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't make it. You didn't realize the XP boosts were multiplicative. Yeah, XP boosts are crazy strong. So something you might not know, since you're like a newer player, is like the 50% XP buff that factions give. Originally, it was supposed to be, I don't remember the exact number, but it was supposed to be something like 400%. That's what they had told us, like when we were accumulating the emblems, and then when they released it, they like nerfed it hard, and people were pissed. Like a lot of people, I know people who quit because of that, because like people were like buying and like accumulating these marks based on what they had told us they were going to do, and then they nerfed it like substantially before they actually came out. But that, like, I think it was a mistake for them to nerf it. So, well, in a sense. Okay, I think the actual mistake was ever telling us it was going to be a huge boost. The boost was too much. We are currently in discussion as to... Oh, it's Elias. Hey, Elias. We are currently in discussion as to how we can improve the application of boosts on place or when players wear it. So, like, you mean if you put it down, it'll apply right away? I saw there's one PR up. There's one PR up for... Where is it? There was a PR up essentially where you could sell stuff when it was placed, right? I forget where it is. Did it get deleted or something? There was something about a PR where you could sell stuff even though it was placed. I remember seeing it like a few days ago. See if I could... I think I like... forget where I saw it. Or was it a tweet or something? No, it was a tweet by Adam. That's what it was. It wasn't a PR. Here. We are planning to allow players to trade SFTs and NFTs that are active on their farm, no need to remove. This also allows players to make offers without escrowing their flower. The goal is to make trading frictionless. What are your thoughts? That sounds pretty cool. Put it down, apply right away, take it off, boost gets removed right away. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. That would be more intuitive, because that's a common question people have when they come into the game. They're like, why isn't my boost working? And the answer is always like, you need to wait until the next one. Right, I think my trees are done. But it's a huge refactoring that requires a lot of planning. Yeah, I mean, that's almost like changing how the game works, right? Like, it would definitely make the game more intuitive, but yeah, you would need to like completely change how the boosts work, kind of. Oh yeah, Elias, did you ever get an answer for how the competition affects, how the VIP affects the competition? Did you figure that one out? Oops. Okay. I can see farmers drunkenly selling off stuff. Yo, just joined the stream. What booster are you talking about? We're talking about like any boosts. Like how it works is like you I haven't had time to look into the code base. We're talking about any boost. Like you put a boost, like let's say your trees are growing. Like, okay, here, I'll chop my trees. And then like let's say I put a boost down for trees. It won't affect the next set of trees because these are already growing and the rewards have already been determined. But it'll affect the one after that. But Elias is saying that they're trying to change it so that it'll start working right away. I want to say no, and we'll need to remove it from the UI. That would be a shame. Like, I don't think it really matters. Like, no one who's winning these competitions is gonna win it without VIP. But I mean, it should still do it because that's what it says it does. Can you just tell players when they get an NFT to reload game to receive bonuses? It doesn't. It works like it works the way it does because like the rewards are determined at the time where the thing starts growing or whatever. It doesn't. Yeah, that's why. That's why the boosts don't apply right away. This one was being pretty smooth. Oh, whoops. Oh, just I say that I missed like all of them. Oh, that could be a nice change. Makes the game more smoother. Yeah, it's more intuitive that way. So it would be a good change, but it does sound like it would be a big change. Like it's not. That doesn't sound like a simple change. A downside to this is I can see that you have to keep... I can't read it. Give me a second. Oh, whoops. Okay, a downside to this that I can see is that you have to keep a wearable on at least before the point of harvest if that wearable has a boost. But it's for the better. Not a simple change, just literally changing the entire code base. Yeah. Well, I mean, couldn't you always just like put it on right when your crops are about to like complete? So like you don't have to have it on the whole time. You could just put it on right when your crops are gonna finish growing or whatever. It might be more difficult with like the timing or whatever, but could you like let's say you have a corn boost. Could you put it on when they're done and you just haven't harvested them yet, or do you have to put it on like a minute before they're done so that like when they are done growing, you can harvest them? Because that would change things too. If you could just like put it down when they're done harvesting, when they're done growing and then harvest them. But if you have to have them on like before it actually finishes growing, then people might forget about it. Past the cabbage boy, my crops are almost ready to harvest. Yeah, I mean that is part of the problem, right? Like that is part of the problem for like what you could do is like isn't that the worry is that like let's say two people are farming cabbage or whatever. Like if I'm doing my cabbage and then yours finished 15 minutes later, couldn't I just like harvest my cabbage and then like withdraw it and send it to you, and then you harvest your cabbage and then send it back? Couldn't you just keep doing that? I mean, it would be a lot of work, obviously, and I don't know if it'd be worth it. Or yet, well, the difference is the gnome. It actually has like a 24-hour cooldown, so it wouldn't work for that. But yeah, in theory, you could just like put the gnome here and then put it here, and then like finish this one a minute later, and then move it over here, and then finish this one, and then you could do that. Like it sounds like it's more intuitive, but it also sounds like it's more exploitable. Unless there's like cooldowns on all these items or something like that. Yeah, a lot of players in the beginning were doing that. That's why like these it was made the way it was, I believe. I reckon AoE stuff would still have the restrictions, but we'll have a discussion a better way. Whoops. Yeah, I'm sure it'll come up. Okay, I'm starting over. I wasn't paying attention. Cooldown would probably be better. Yeah. Like some items like the Grinks hammer already have a cooldown for like withdrawals, right? So it would probably need to be the same thing. You know how long Adam's on vacation for this time? I think he's off this week, right? Is he back next week, or is he gone for longer than that? Oops. Wow, I'm just getting pummeled. Oh god, I'm gonna lose. No! Wow, I was 1 point off, of course. '70 is actually like a harder score to keep getting because you just lose focus after so many games. 50 was always pretty easy, but 70 is like somewhat of a challenge. Hey, Mashari. My fix would be assigning the SFT something like already used so it can't be used multiple times. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the same thing as like the cooldown. Like you just can't withdraw it for a certain amount of time after using it. And like the amount of time you couldn't withdraw it could just be dependent on like what it affects. Like, for example, like the cabbage boy, for example, or whatever. Actually, I don't remember if cabbage boy is the time one. Anyway, something that just boosts the amount of crops you get. It could just be based on like the default grow time of those crops. Although you could still do it with the crop machine, right? You could load up the crop machine with like a bunch of cabbage and then send it to someone else so they could do the same. But I mean, the people who are probably doing that probably have their own cabbage boy or whatever. It would be more impactful for something like an infernal pitchfork. Okay, there we go. I think there's a delay when you type that the cooldowns weren't in discussion. Oh, okay. Yeah, there could be a delay. I mean, there's definitely a delay on the stream to some extent. Like 10 seconds or something. Okay, how many tickets do I have now? Okay. Do one more. And then I'll be able to buy like 5 more tickets with that. Whoops. How many tickets you want to buy? There's no set number. I'm just going to buy as many as I can by the end of the event. This is going to put me up to 52, I think. It's going to come down to what the requirements are for the last few days. You can see some people are over 100. Like, I'm never gonna pass these people, probably. Crazy. It's a crazy amount of games they've played. I think that's gonna be it for me now. Like I said, I would play more of these, but I don't know. I don't like that the score changes. Like this, you get the same amount of tickets, tokens, whatever, whether you're playing a game that requires 50 points or a game that requires 70. So I'm definitely gonna play more when the score requirements are down. Yeah, dang, 100 plus. So thanks, Deuce, for becoming a member. Thanks for everyone hanging out today. Thanks, Elias, for stopping by. It's cool when we have a team member in the chat. And yeah, until next one. Like I said, I'm going to put out a video soonish on the VIP stuff, depending on what we get answer-wise for the competition. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with everyone, and yeah, have a good day.